Hey there, beautiful pioneers. Well, let me say this. Yesterday, I made a video about the difference between teaching and guiding. And it was a very kind of difficult thing to speak about because sometimes things are so hard to translate into human words, for me. But I tried as best as I could for you to understand the difference between the two. So, what happened yesterday is that I placed this article on Facebook that was not from me. It was from this newsletter that I got from this person. I will not mention any names, but I think those of you who have read this will know who I'm talking about. And this, let me stress this in no way is about judging anyone or anything. This is just about the truth of the matter being revealed to me through spirit about such things that we keep repeating this mistakes. There is no mistakes. We just keep falling for those things sometimes as humans, instead of trusting our own guidance and really open up to our inner spirit. So I need to read this to you guys. The thing is, when I have posted this writing on my Facebook page, no, on my Facebook profile, because on my page I post only my authentic things and materials. So I posted it and I kind of didn't read the whole of it, but then I read the whole of it. It's something that just not resonate because at the beginning of the article, I resonated, there were beautiful truths spoken there. But then as I progressed further and further down, it was just like this tick saying, this is not, something doesn't resonate here. What is this, And usually this bugs me. And whenever something bugs me, I know that it's not complete truth being conveyed there, and I oftentimes then see that this is just someone's viewpoint. It doesn't make it the entire truth of one. And it's just not how it is. And I really felt guided to speak about this. So first of all, what I'll do, I will read the paragraph to you about a part that really does not resonate with me. And then I'll explain to you why. Because all that I wish to really do here in my videos is speak about loving truth, that we all have our inner power. We are all empowered beings. No one else has the truth for us. No matter how enlightened they are, they do not. That higher divinity, which some people claim that they're speaking to, like Father, Mother, God, the Holy Spirit, archangels, is within us. It's not sitting somewhere there up in the clouds and, looking how our petty little humans are doing their thing. We're not these powerless beings. So I'll read to you this part and then I'll explain to you why that did not resonate with me yesterday, because I got clear guidance on this today. So this is how the part goes. So here we are. This is in the middle of the article. The beginning was okay, and this is where it gets kind of weird for me. So here we are in the midst of another shift of the ages, and our solar system is ascending from the fourth dimension into the fifth dimension. During the last shift, the Earth alone was left behind to struggle in the third dimension. Our Father, Mother, God, and the company of heaven feel that we have been wallowing in the quagmire of our human miscreations long enough. They do not want any of us to be left behind this time, forced to endure our painful miscreations for thousands of years. The problem is that they cannot just do this for us. We have free will, and they can only intervene in our lives in ways that we have requested through our heartfelt pleas, our prayers, and our invocations. Listen to this. A lot of people are reporting that there will be millions of people who will not make the conscious choice to move into the light in time for the completion of this ascension process. They say there is nothing we can do about it, and that these souls will be left behind to progress at their own slow pace. What our Father, Mother, God, and the company of heaven are imploring us to remember is that we have already been there and done that. In fact, that scenario is exactly that tragedy that the beings of light want us to avert this time. Our Father, Mother, God do not want a single child of God to be left behind. That is the reason for this merciful experiment. If any of us do not make the shift into the fifth dimension, it means the experiment failed. Every person who was left behind during the last shift of the ages is embodied on Earth at this time. In addition to these precious souls, there are millions of advanced souls who have volunteered to embody on Earth during this cosmic moment. This part is true. We are. The divine intent of these souls is to help the souls who were left behind the last time to awaken so they can make the shift this time. This is why there was such a tremendous population explosion during the last century. It is immaterial whether we are part of the Earth's evolutions who were left behind last time or whether we have come to help our sisters and brothers make the shift this time. All that matters is that we all accept responsibility for doing what we came here to do. This is to help humanity to lift above the pain and suffering effectively enough to see the light, so each person will make the conscious choice to ascend into the fifth dimension with the rest of our solar system. And then at the end of the writing, you have prices for certain materials that they're providing for easier ascension and assistance. And you see prices and things. You know, my opinion is, and I'll talk about this in my next video about money and spirituality, is that there is no price to our assistance and to how we assist others and to how we focus on our personal growth within this evolution period. So what this article is basically implying, if you are being discerning enough, you can see that the person is saying that the company of heaven and the Father, Mother, God are saying yes to who? To them. So it literally is acting like a divine conduit of speaking this higher wisdom from the realms that they're connected to, and then they're translating it there for others. And others who seek to follow that blindfoldedly really, again, disempower themselves into thinking someone else can be in tune to those divine energies, and Father, Mother, God, and they can do it themselves because they're not enlightened enough. The second thing is, the article kind of applies to this being a tragedy. You know, the tragedy that we've been through before, excruciating pain. Well, there is no tragedy. It is only the evolution of spirit. And all the souls wishing to have within this free will the experience that they need to experience for their conscious growth. There is no tragedy ever. And a third, saying that all need to ascend, that this is the experiment, and if they don't, the experiment has failed, applies to, again, thinking that there is an experiment, which there is not. There is no experiment. We're not like this test bunnies, you know, and Father, Mother, God are experimenting with us. There's no such thing. All is a divine flow, eternally unfolding. There is no experiment failure. There is no failure. Once you understand the nature of spirit, and this is what I keep talking in my videos, you need to understand the nature of spirit. And I've been reading about this as well in Patricia Corey's books, which I mentioned yesterday in my video, and I really resonate with those books because they say the same. There is no one ever left behind because everyone chooses to walk their own game, to play their own game, to be within the divine flow that they're wanting to be within. This is a decision that every soul makes on a soul level. There is no God, Goddess choosing an outcome for us all. And if we don't do that, we fail. And those who have come here to assist have failed. There's great polarity within this. So you have to do your own research because you need to understand the nature of spirit. It's eternal evolution. We're never going down. Nothing ever fails. We're constantly reaching upwards in a spiral. So this is no experiment. There is no determined outcomes. And if it's not like that, we fail. There is only the divine plan of perfection, and it's within everyone, all of us. There's just no such thing as a one person knowing what this company of heaven is saying and then saying it, translating it there for others and charging money for it. And I'm not judging anyone because I know everyone is playing a part in this game. I'm just saying there is no such thing. There is no such thing as needing to save anyone. Once you understand the divine nature of all things, of all creation, within the living matrix that we are a part of, you understand that there is no such thing. We are eternal. We can never fail. We're always source connected. And there's just not just those few who are and those who get to follow what they say, what the company of heaven is saying through them. We all are, through our I am presence, eternally linked to all creation, to source energy. So all we need to do is listen to our hearts. And my heart yesterday told me this part does not resonate. There is no tragedy. There is no failure. There's no experiment. There's no savior. There's no one needing to be saved. We're here to stand in our core truth, to really beam out the ripple effects of our own inner truth. And that's how our light reaches those who are ready to remember their own light. So the rest of the newsletter speaks about how we need to do this, how we need to make invocations for others so they have the ability to ascend as well. We cannot do that. There is free will, and there is no wrong choices. And let me tell you that those of us who are truly in tune with those spiritual energies of the highest order will never speak to any of you in the way that implies. I would never say, for instance, Father, Mother, God have told me that this and this and this is how it is in the game that we are playing, and this is how it is. We would never say this to you because you are all a part of the same. You're not just children of God, Goddess. You carry the same DNA. You are gods yourself. All of you, we are. So there's no need for us to translate certain things as to how this is unfolding, as to how this should be, or else. Remember this. This is a difference between being really opinionated or discerning, and the discernment makes you be aware of such things. And this is the difference between really guiding someone through love, divine that you are, or teaching someone a certain truth that is just, in matter of fact, your opinion. When I read this and when I really consulted through my intuition, it's not that it's bad. It can open many gates to those who truly wish to see. So it's not bad. Every single thing, as I say, it serves a purpose, but be discerning. Follow only your inner voice and your own inner truth. Don't fall for those, this is how it is, and you gotta do this way, either that happens or you fail or whatever. There is no such thing. So let me now tell you, there is no such thing as a controlled outcome. There is only a divine plan of perfection. And I know because I'm the one who's also sent here to speak about this plan. And this plan is not being spoken from me to you. It's about you to remember that you are a part of this plan forever and eternally. It comes through all of us. Not just those few who get to translate that for us. I'm here also as a divine conduit to remind you that there is no such thing. Your hearts know all the answers, so it is so important at this time and this year to truly connect to your own inner truth and wisdom, not follow that. You know, I get to read such things in a way that, because this is also part of my mission to understand these things that come to all of us, bombard us with certain outcomes and determined approaches and things like that, because I'm very discerning and I get to see the truth behind the truth. So that I get to then speak to all of you about this who already do feel that inside of you too. So the thing is, what the Ascension is really about, you need to understand Earth itself has a destiny, like all of you do. It's a conscious being. And the destiny of Earth is ascension. So the sun, who's also ascending in the fifth dimension, is assisting Earth because you have the father-mother concept, and there is no one without the other. It's a yin-yang universe, and it all is interconnected. So this is how it goes. The sun is ascending, so therefore Earth is ascending. And this is also beautifully described in Patricia Corey's books, which I mentioned yesterday. So the Earth is ascending in this new body. And whoever wishes to participate in that is now present here. And even those who do not, but they still want to experience it on a certain level, this change, the shift. Everybody is here to assist, to assist, either assist with the shift or experience the shift. We're all part of the shift. We don't all play the same roles, and we don't have the destined outcome that is the same for every single one of us, because the nature of Source is such that all flows, all is energy, and all flows where it needs to go within the divine plan. There is no one thing or all fails. All is as it should be always. You need to trust that. So this ascension is basically about the Earth and all who are to follow this, all who wish to participate, all who wish to go with Earth in this new are going to go. And there's no such thing as a tragedy if not all go. There's no such thing. I'm sorry to say this, but there's no such thing, because the nature of spirit is eternal and everyone is a free soul deciding how to really evolve within this, deciding their own experiences. It's not that there's no control in this. So please, this is what I wanted to share with you today, okay? I hope it resonates. I hope it helps some of you. And maybe even make some of you mad because some of you follow writings like that. It's good, you know, sometimes I follow them too, but I really always am a conscious observer, and I always prefer observing than really falling for every single word I read. My heart knows the truth, and whenever something does not completely resonate, it like ticks in my head until I get it, really get it. And then I really tell and share with all of you. And there's another thing that I would like to share. There was this man coming to Slovenia. He came on Sunday. Doesn't matter who he is. Again, it's about the nature of the thing that I'm trying to describe. He's doing some kind of healing work by looking at people, and a lot of people are following him, and he's healing a lot of people and so on. And I was really interested because I just found out about this person this year, and then someone tells me, yeah, he's coming to Slovenia. I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. It's like I thought it was a sign. But then on Sunday, I went for a walk and I really asked myself, okay, so do I go or so do I don't go? What is this? Because I had a bit of curiosity into wanting to really realize what this is about, you know, wanting to see that person. But then my guidance told me you don't need to understand what they're doing to be on your own path. You need to only understand your own path and embrace it. Because the person, you know, the thing that they're doing in the way that they're doing it, again, I'm not judging, I'm not saying it's bad or wrong. It just does not completely resonate with me. Because I was seeking, and the entire writing is about like an advertisement for what they do. I did not see one such thing as saying, yes, this could only partially uplift you, but you are your own healers. You need to, the only healing is when you start raising your own consciousness, because only raising the awareness can get you to your I am presence and make you heal from within. No one else can heal you from the external world. Sometimes people go to such healers or to such events, and they so strongly believe it that of course they get healed because the mind is a powerful tool. It's your God essence. So the thing is, I decided, I felt through my heart, no, I'm not guided to go. I don't need that. And first of all, I don't even need to go there to check them out, how they do it, because that's ego. And I don't do that. I don't resonate with that. I don't want to check on everyone. Everyone is a part of their own variation of creation and doing things in their own way. But I myself choose to walk a path of empowerment and upliftment and telling people the truth. And the truth is, you're your own master teacher guide. You're your own healer. And everything that's happening in the external can only uplift you to a certain level, but then you have to do your inner work yourself. No one else can take away your baggage, your pain, your disease. No such thing. So I was kind of disappointed when I saw no such thing. And these are usually people who are very much cherished with people. And I know someone who told me, he said, yeah, I go to that person. He healed me. He did that and that. Oh, he's so pure. He's so pure. What people do, they start cherishing that person's divinity instead of their own. And this is not empowerment. So I did not resonate. I bless that person. I say, bless you in your path. I respect what you do, but it does not resonate with my path. And this is what I wanted to share with you. And that's why I actually called this video the false prophets, as false being quote unquote. It's no one's actually false. They're not always resonant, and they're not always telling the whole truth. And that there's a reason for that. God, Goddess, which you're eternally part of within you, is trying to show you and teach you that, hey, ask yourself questions, be discerning, go within. There is no outer answers. So maybe that's why sometimes people like that are in our external world. They have a mission to truly empower us in a way that we get to ask ourselves questions and really seek the answers within. And if something does not resonate, it does not resonate for a reason. So do remember that, okay? And I'll speak more about money and spirituality in the second video. So stay tuned for that. Bye-bye, my beloveds. Take care.